I'm very pleased to introduce to you Chazelyn E. Caberas Bautista. Most of her days are devoted to being an associate professor in Bulacan State University. Though already in her early 30s, she did not hesitate to continue her studies and be a student of Master of Arts in Theater in University of the Philippines in Diliman. Through her studies and teaching, she tries to open discussions pertaining to women and their roles in different spaces. In 2021, she is privileged to become one of the Gawad ng Kababaihan ng Malolos recipients among selected faculty members of the Bulacan State University. In 2019, she was given the opportunity to work with national artist for Theater Antonio Tony Mabesa as one of the dramaturgs of his final masterpiece, Fuente o Vehuna with Dulaang UP. In the same year, she became one of the representatives of the Philippines in the International Federation for Theater Research held in Shanghai, China, where she presented her research on Sayaw ng Pagbati, a cultural performance by young girls in their hometown.
And aside from being a teacher, she also allowed herself to be a faculty advisor for BULSU, or I think Bulacan State University Bahaghari, the first LGBT student organization recognized in Bulacan, and Bulacan State University. Here, she lets herself be educated and be an advocate of gender equality. At home, she teaches her young son of the house and whys of gender equality and hopes he grows to be a supporter of all genders. And fun facts about Chaz, she agrees on the possibility that terrestrials exist. Actually, my kids do too. Has an eye for stage lighting design, was part of the top 20 college admission test in her bachelor degree alma mater, finished high school in a science high school in NCR, and studied 2 post-bachelor degrees. Oh my God, wow, impressive. So here to talk about being empowered via simple day-to-day decisions, streaming live from Bulacan, ladies and gentlemen, Chaz Bautista.
Thank you very much again to Miss Lay and Miss Ange. Magandang hapon po sa lahat. Happy and blessed International Women's Month. First, let me reach out to GWWR team. Congratulations to the Global Women Who Rule 2023 team headed by Miss Apple Estrana Manansala. Global Women Who Rule is a momentous annual event because of the heart, mind, and efforts of Miss Apple. To Miss Apple, I am very much honored and overwhelmed for your generous and genuine soul. I'm Chaz. I'm raised in Parañaque, NCR, but the winds led me here in Malolos, Bulacan, in Region 3. For more than a decade, I have been teaching theater, literature, English in Bulacan State University. Hello, Bulsuans. I hope you are watching. Well, as a person, I believe that most of my decisions, actions, facts somehow debunk myths on what are expected of me. As a teacher of theater, I started handling subjects which to most people should be handled by masculine personas. I handled stagecraft, which taps on implementing scene designs through carpentry. I also taught lights designing, which is not only focused on sketching and planning the illumination of the stage. In the class, we also mounted light fixtures, similar to the light equipment one will see for concerts or even in mini events. As the industry and the curriculum evolved, the theater program in BULSU delved into teaching performing arts students on theoretical and research-based processes in producing and staging performances. In my case, and from the teaching I received, these subjects are a breakthrough on the field of staging theater plays. Because of this need, I contemplated on going to school again. People around me are at first not supportive because it would be another set of years. But because of my hard-headed nature, I did not listen. And so I tried and enrolled myself in the University of the Philippines, Diliman, to study theater studies. I was living with my husband and 3-year-old son at that time. I was in my early 30s while my classmates are in their early and mid-20s. Their minds and experiences are fresh and recent than my teaching experience. But yet, I continued on. At work, I was considered for an administrative position which were previously handled by faculty of a certain age. Hence, my then young age was supposedly not in line with the tradition of maturity that comes with the job. Yet, I humbly chosen for the task and have been in the position for almost 6 years. Being a native of Parañaque and no known roots in Malolos, Bulacan, I was one of the self-proclaimed adopted daughters of Malolos, having spent 10 years in Bulsu and its students. So in 2021, I am honored to be hailed as one of the kababaihan ng Malolos recipients following the liham ni Jose Rizal sa mga kadalagahan ng Malolos, which he wrote in 1889. In my current interest and future endeavor, I try to continue debunking myths and fostering an empowered point of view. So first, let me introduce to you Sayaw ng Pagbati or Bati-Bati. I have here a short set of pictures to present and to share to you. Bati-Bati, which means to greet or welcome, is one of the traditional cultural practices in my hometown, Parañaque, one of the cities in NCR. Bati-Bati is a street dance performed by little girls aged 5 to 12 years old during the Easter Sunday, right after another tradition, Salubong, which means meeting. Here, the images of the risen Christ and his Blessed Mother meet in front of the church, which is the Cathedral Parish of St. Andrew, and then around the streets of the town. This festivity originated from one of the barangays of Parañaque, which is La Huerta, where the main church is located. Its neighboring barangays, Barangay Dongalo, Santo Niño, and San Dionisio, where I grew up, followed in the preservation of this tradition. In Festin Baybay's Palanyag to Parañaque, a history, the dance started with just two dancers, Avelina and Emilia Rodriguez, and that it existed in the 1900s. It has been in practice for almost a century, and like any other performances, it stopped when COVID hit the country. My experience with Bati-Bati started when I was young. I still remember the feeling of looking forward to this event every Easter Sunday. Every Holy Week, we never missed to watch and celebrate this festivity. Though I never had the chance to be a dancer, I have started as an observer. Even in 2010, when my neighbor joined as a dancer, I assisted her as a personal assistant. So in 2019, in one of my MA classes, I decided to make this dance as the focus of my research. In the late 2019 till early 2020, I planned on pursuing it as my MA thesis. The timing was almost perfect because January to February will be the start of their preparation. But sadly, because of the pandemic, March 2020, I had to put the study on pause. But hopefully, this year in 2023, they will soon get back into the streets, and so my study will continue. Meanwhile, in Malolos, the City Ordinance Number 03-2022, known as Malolos Anti-Discrimination Ordinance, is already in place. The success of its passing was headed by Bulsu Baghari, Bulsu Student Government, Stan Bulsu, LGBT Malolos, Attorney LJ Manuel Bernardo from Rainbow Rights Philippines, Ms. Miel Agustin, the then SK chairperson of Barangay Longos in Malolos, student councils, and different partner organizations and allies. It is one of the inspiration and basis of our undergraduate thesis in Bulsu in the Performing Arts program. They mounted Espacio, integration of hybrid interactive performance in gender-based violence and sexual harassment prevention. This is one of the studies in which social concerns are tapped through the means of theater. Interactive performance is any performed experience in which the audience members become co-creators of a performed experience through facilitation of trained interactors. It is a form of participatory entertainment, but it also has the applications of training, education, and simulation. Its format involves visuals, improvisation, audience participation, and discourse to engage the audience. Furthermore, participants were challenged to immerse themselves in a specific scene to assess the situation, devise a solution, and voice their thoughts on societal issues like sexual harassment. Espacio engaged students and faculty of BULSU in conversation through a hybrid interactive performance to foster safer spaces for everyone, for students and faculty, and combat hostile and discriminatory environments. This undergraduate thesis will be one of the future endeavors of our program and will be proposed to be immersed in selected barangays in Malolos. It would serve as BUSU's support in the Malolos Anti-Discrimination Ordinance. In all of these challenges and opportunities, we always remember that we have a choice. A chance was given to choose which path to take, and in these chances, I thankfully took which is unexpected of me because of my status, my age, my gender. The chances I had are definitely different from each of us, but debunking what is expected by the society in ways that would better one's thinking and life might be the similar thing we must take. Just yesterday, when our student assistants are saying their goodbyes to us because it would be their last day of duty, they handed me a note of farewell. What struck me in their message is them labeling me as a strong woman. And so I thought, because of the decisions I did and how I acted in everyday situations, I somehow unconsciously create a figure of a strong woman. And everywhere, there will be a young person, a woman, someone who sees you and your simple acts will affect how this person sees themselves. And so our simple decisions are big inspirations for them. In that way, I believe that we are faced with everyday choices that we can see as opportunities to inspire and teach everyone, especially young women. Thank you again to GWWR team. Thank you to Rachel Rocha and Gender and Development Coordinator in BUSU, Ms. Maribeth Bante, for believing in me and nominating me, considering me as a global woman who rule. Thank you again and good afternoon.